Hello, in this training session, we'll be talking about mimik edgeEngine startup shutdown process and how the mimik client library helps with its APIs, how it automatically manages the edgeEngine state when the application goes to the background or it comes back to the foreground. But first, let's go to our Xcode projects folder and make sure that the CocoaPods distribution system is initialized so that we can open the workspace file in Xcode. It opens. We can try running it, make sure it compiles okay. So we already have a few customization configuration options from the previous session here. So I think we'll get rid of the custom port number because we want to demonstrate how client library automatically manages this. So we don't need to specify it. Also, we don't need to specify a custom node name. So we can make that nil. And I think we can leave the log levels for the client library and for the edgeEngine platform as they are like this. So first, let's add some code that will allow us to control edgeEngine startup and shutdown process. So I have a couple of functions here that I can copy paste. So the first one, edgeEngine startup. Let's take a look at the documentation. It says it's an asynchronous edgeEngine startup, and repeated calls are ignored, and there is no change if edgeEngine is already running. So it's safe to call this several times as long as edgeEngine is running, there is no change, and if it's not running, then it will be it will be started up with the first call. And in the completion block, we are going to get an object, or is it? No, it's actually a bool, just a bool. So where we want to guard against a failure. So it's going to make sure that it worked. Otherwise, you're going to abort. And if there was no problem, we're going to print a success message in our console log. As far as the edgeEngine shutdown is concerned, there is an API called stop edgeEngine synchronously, and it's named that way intentionally to bring attention to the fact that this is a main thread blocking API, and this is due to the nature of how edgeEngine platform shuts down its dependencies. And also, same as with the startup call, you can call this repeatedly. There is no change if edgeEngine is already shut down. If it's running, it will get shut down. And you can assume as soon as this API returns that the edgeEngine has been shut down. So it usually takes a second, sometimes two, for this to return and unblock the main thread. Right, so we have the two functions here, and now since we don't have any UI in our example application, let's just quickly add a couple of buttons so we can demonstrate the startup and shutdown. So we're going to use a stack view here. Going to pin it to the sides. And we're going to add a couple of buttons. First one, startup. Make it a little bit bigger. This. Second one, called shutdown. Let's adjust our stack view. Maybe equal spacing. This. It's nicely laid out. Now we need to connect interface builder outlets for the two actions for these buttons. So I've already prepared a couple of methods here that we can use. For startup, I'm gonna connect this one. For shutdown, we're gonna connect to this one. All right, I think that should do it. Let's run the application again and see if we have a couple of buttons there. Yep, we do. So since we removed the custom port number call, the Mimik client library is going to automatically manage the port number and select the appropriate one. So it's gonna tap on the startup button. As you can see, you're starting to get some console logs here. We're getting a message about where the working directory is, what license has been used. So this is the Mimik production license that was supplied to us automatically. We see our node name. Since we haven't used the custom node name, we are using our device system name. And we see the edgeEngine startup parameters here as well. So these are these ones that we have specified here. And yeah, we also have alternate local discovery mode. And you can see that here, log levels, and edgeEngine startup call. And we have our success message here. So edgeEngine is now running. So what we can do now, I'm gonna clear the log here so you can see what happens after I tap on the shutdown button. So first we see edgeEngine shutdown in progress. Then we see that our client library responded with the request, and then we see that the edgeEngine has been shut down successfully. So if I rerun the application now, if I tap on shutdown, we will say that edgeEngine stop is not needed. That's because edgeEngine is not running. If I start it up now, you can see that edgeEngine is running now. Let's say the user takes the application to the background. This, you'll see that the Mimik client library recognizes this. It stops the edgeEngine platform because there are severe restrictions on how long an application can stay active in the background. So preemptively, it will stop edgeEngine platform and record that it has been running when the application was taken to the background. So now after I bring the application to the foreground again, it will restart edgeEngine automatically. Let's see. Right. So there's a difference between whether the edgeEngine was running or was not running when the application was taken to the background. So for example, I will now shut down edgeEngine. It is shut down. And now I will take the application to the background. No messages. edgeEngine was not running at that time. If I bring it back, it's not restarted. Even if I start it up, if I start up edgeEngine, now I take the application to the background and bring it back. edgeEngine is restarted automatically. So this is how the client library helps with the automatic background management. Yep, so just to recap, we have just two API calls involved here. edgeEngine startup, you can start the edgeEngine whenever you want. If there are any microservices deployed previously, they will get started along with edgeEngine automatically. This is an asynchronous call. The stop edgeEngine is a synchronous main thread blocking call. And then the background management is automatic, provided by the Mimik client library. So that's all. Thank you very much.